In this video, we're going to look at acid-base properties of salt solutions. And before we do that, let's quickly define what a salt is. A salt is an ionic compound producing ions in solution. And under certain conditions, these ions behave as an acid or a base. So let's first look at this in terms of strong acids or bases. So if we have a strong acid, our acid is HCl. If we put it in aqueous solution, that's going to give us H3O plus Cl minus. And HCl we can consider to be the acid, and the Cl minus is going to be the conjugate base. So a base must produce OH minus ions in solution. So if we look at Cl minus in aqueous solution, it's going to be in equilibrium with HCl plus OH minus. But what we can say is that if the conjugate base is from a strong acid, the forward reaction above does not occur, and no OH minus ions are produced. So what we can look at here is that we have Cl minus, which is the conjugate base of a strong acid, and therefore this equilibrium right here will not exist, and there's going to be no reaction. Okay? This is going to have a big implication on the pH of various salt solutions. So therefore, the conjugate base of a strong acid is neutral. And by neutral, we know that the pH is going to equal 7. So the ions that we're going to see observe this are Cl minus, Br minus, I minus, NO3 minus, SO4 2 minus, ClO4 minus, and ClO3 minus. And these are the conjugates of all of our strong acids. Okay? We can also say that the conjugate acid of a strong base is also neutral. And the examples of these are going to be the group 1 cations and the heavy group 2 cations, which are calcium, barium, and strontium. So this is going to come into play when we look at properties of solutions in the next chapter, but we definitely need to know two main things: that the conjugate base of a strong acid is neutral, and the conjugate acid of a strong base is neutral. And we can also look at the conjugate bases of weak acids and conjugate acids of weak bases, and they will have an influence on the pH, and we'll look at that in the next video.